Are here with another of my favorite days, unboxing day. All right, now, first things first, I would like to apologize for the sound. My microphone is packed away and I don't know where it is right now. Also, as evidenced by the sneeze there, I think we all realize that it is pollen season over here in the States, and I live in a very agricultural area, so there are uh, nature is a blooming over here. Let me tell you, the crops, there's trees, there's everything. I am dying over here, but we must suffer for our craft, and so I must deal with allergies and hay fever while I go over this review. So let's get to it. All right, so for those who don't know, LKG is Little King Goods. I've been a fan of Little King for a long time. I bought several of the patterns, the PDF patterns, and not too long ago, the owner, Mr. Ryan, I believe his last name is pronounced Savin. It might be pronounced Savine, but I'm pretty sure I heard him say Savin. He he started manufacturing his own products and whatnot, and coming up with different ways to get his patterns out, like with the laser cutters and whatnot. And he started manufacturing these cutting dies, and he makes this one cutting die for a model, a style of wallet that is actually pretty popular, similar to what I've been making. Gotta properly put away this trash here. Hold on, gotta make sure no personal information is shown here. Okay, that's an invoice. All right, take that out. Okay. And unlike some of the other cutting dies that I have, so I've got I got a couple of clicker dies, which are blade here, piece here, and this goes under a press, which I have, or under a clicker, a hydraulic clicker. Excuse me. And here's another cutting die. This is most of what I have. So the blade is here, set into the wood so it can be pressed. These wouldn't last very long under clicker dies, but under the die that I have, excuse me, not the die, the press that I have, it works just fine, perfectly. Uh, uh, oh, what? Sorry if the stream froze up there. I just got a little notification on the screen. Okay. Acrylic backing of these dies may exhibit brittleness under certain conditions. Basically, don't be stupid. I do like that it very specifically says do not use a hammer. Those the solid metal dies that I showed you, those can be hammered. They're designed to be under basically all types of stress. But because there's nothing breakable like wood or acrylic, they can be hammered. I like this. This is something that's easily researchable, but all doubt is removed and it is put into the packaging. So anybody who is curious or smart enough to read up on what they're about to use, that's the move right there. Okay, looks like it's the same sort of warning for each thing. So the one I just read was for this die. This one is for this one here. So Try not to be too aggressive with my opening of the packaging here. So this first one is for a coaster. I already have a die for a square coaster, and I wanted to get this one here so I could have multiple shapes. This one's going to get used a little bit later. I do have some thicker material. I am going to be storing it with the cardboard over the blade, though, just to ensure that when it's put away, there's no accidental nicks. But this one here, this is for that style of wallet I was telling you all about. Oh, sorry about that. Put these away. Don't need the box. Oh, side note, this box was well packaged, as I think you saw. Really, really great job done. So this is for what's referred to as a flap wallet. So it'll fold up over here. That part, the top, folds over, and then you have this piece here, which will serve as a strap that will go there so that this part tucks in. Bam, done, easy day. I am going to use it while we're out here on the stream, but I'm digging this. I'm digging this a whole lot. I do especially love the open space here. So a bunch of my other dies, I think you saw. Well, you saw in one, but I'll show you. A lot of them just have a little small opening for you to push the thing out. Some of them, in my opinion, are just insufficient. Like this one right there, you push it there. Only so much of it. Actually, the only piece that's going to pop out is this one. Then for these other ones, you need smaller things to push them out, and you might damage the surface pushing them out using other objects. So I like that this is so wide open. I should have said something about that earlier. All right. Well, let's do it to it. Let's go on ahead and give this its first go through. Oh, see, I spoke a little too soon. So this one here has a much smaller opening. So I'm going to need something. I'll probably use the back end of this and just push it out there. That'll be fine. I won't need some more narrower tool that might score the inside, but still, I do recommend something a little larger, like maybe, you know, something that a pinky could get into, just to be able to push that out so no one needs extra tools. So I'm going to use this cowhide with the crocodilian belly embossing, and that's what we're going to do here. Thank you very much for the like. I appreciate that. You didn't have to be here, but you are, and I greatly appreciate you coming through. Let me see if... All right, cool. So I'm about to go ahead and give this wallet here its first run through. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall down. And of course it does. So that's my press. Never mind all the crap that's on top of it. I kind of use this as my staging area. I got my calipers. I have a level on here to make sure that this thing here is actually level. Let me modify this bad boy around. Give me like 15 seconds. All right. Sorry if I've just given y'all a headache. That wasn't my intention, I swear. Okay. All right, so for those of y'all who don't know, if you have a press or a clicker die or anything like that, you are going to need a cutting surface. I use a poundo board. Now I've already calibrated the height for this to work with my other dies. I don't believe this die is higher up than those ones, so I should be good to go. This one fits on there pretty well. Much as it hurts to use the center and not the sides, that has some of the nicest looking grain to it, so that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully the height is good to go. I believe it cut through, I felt it, so yep, there we go. I spoke too soon. Now this is my fault here. I should have ensured that it cut through all the way. Actually, for the most part it did. So I will need to adjust my the height on my press to make sure that I can use these. But seeing as how it cut through most of it and it's short maybe 1/10 of a millimeter, I'm just gonna have to adjust this down maybe a 1/4 turn on both sides and I'm good to go. It's not gonna negatively affect the rest of the dies that I have. Cut through that. Actually, it's cut through in most places, so I think I'll just have to have the die repositioned instead of it being front to back, have it positioned side to side, and it should do a lot better job of the shearing. But again, that's a settings issue, not a cutting issue. And let's do this, but whoa, sorry about that. There we go. I think that one was a lot better. Yep. Yeah, it's more of a location issue than a height thing. And I was right, the back of this piece here would be just fine for that one. All right. So that's pretty good. And for the coaster, The coaster should do a much better job actually because it's intended to cut through thicker pieces. So it'll be closer to cutting through. As you can see, I've already cut through some of my square coasters before. This one's gonna be a bit awkward, mostly because of how weird and chunky the this piece is here, but this should be. Yep, that did not cut all the way through, but it was too far back. I could tell it. I could tell right then. That's why I'm doing this multiple times. And that's, there we go. That cut significantly smoother than my other dies. So I can tell that not only is this steel better, but it was sharpened to a greater degree. Now, say what you will about current international politics, but Little King Goods is based out of Canada. All of my other dies, except for one, have come from China. So maybe the quality of the steel is better and the quality of the work is better because it's coming from one guy and his assistants in a garage that he runs, and the effort is there. All right. All right, so in conclusion, aside from me having to adjust the settings so that I have crisp cuts here all around as opposed to over here, or here's a better example of those crisp cuts. This one, loving it, absolutely. This one here with the, for the coaster, absolutely love it. I'm gonna put something on this one, probably emboss a lion head onto it or a bull silhouette, and then maybe just give it away on the Instagram or on YouTube here. We'll see. Now I'm gonna go ahead, use a French skiver to take some of this bulk out here on the side, on the bottom, so that it's easier to fold and crease. Then I will put this together. This is how it's going to end up looking. So it'll end up looking like this when it's done. It'll have a slightly darker hue to it because I'm going to add some oil. So it'll be more of a mild tan color than this pale veg tan color. Close. So it'll be more of this mild tan than this pale veg tan. All right, you have a great day too. I appreciate you checking in. Really do. Thanks a lot. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up embossing something into this and giving it away, and throwing a quick shout out to Little King Goods. And probably the same thing with this one, but I'm going to clean up the inside and get rid of these little fuzzies before I put it together. And probably going to end up hand stitching it, honestly. For something like this, it's easier for me to just punch the holes, hand stitch it, and then to mess around, fiddle under the machine for something with such a short distance. I can hand stitch this, no problem. But yeah, that's where we're at. Appreciate everybody coming through to check in. I can say the quality of the dies, the quality of the knife, the blades is great. It's crazy sharp, Really, really effective and easy to remove the piece from the inside. Um, I was a little leery initially about the acrylic, but it's holding in there. I don't have any. I haven't seen anything that makes me think it'll be weaker than the wood. So as long as I'm not abusive to it, should be good to go. All right, y'all have a great one. I'm Jerry Nard, and I'm out. Peace.